A field hospital is a temporary hospital or mobile medical unit that takes care of casualties on site before they can be safely transported to more permanent facilities. This term was initially used in military medicine, but it is inherited to be used in civil situations such as disasters and major incidents. A field hospital is a medical staff with a mobile medical kit and, often, a wide tent-like shelter so that it can be readily set up near the source of casualties. In an urban environment, the field hospital is often established in an easily accessible and highly visible building. In the case of an airborne structure, the mobile medical kit is often placed in a normalized container. The container itself is then used as shelter. A field hospital is generally larger than a temporary aid station but smaller than a permanent military hospital. International humanitarian law, such as the Geneva Conventions, include prohibitions on attacking doctors, ambulances, hospital ships, or field hospitals buildings displaying a red cross, a red crescent or other emblem related to the International Red Cross and Red Crescent movement. Field hospitals in France are managed by the SAMU. Two types of mobile medical kits are used. The PSM are stored in the hospitals where there are SAMUs and SMERs. The PMA is organized in 4 zones. In case of really massive disaster, it is possible to have several PMA. The evacuation goes then not directly to a hospital, but to another big field hospital called Medical Evacuation Center, to avoid the saturation of the hospitals. In case of a red plan, the PMA is under the responsibility of a physician chosen by the Director of Medical Rescue, and he is assisted by a firefighter officer chosen by the Commander of Rescue Operation. The firefighter officer has in charge the identification of the living casualties and of the secretaryship. The aim of the PMA is to sort and stabilize the casualties before their evacuation to a hospital. A similar system can be set up as a preventive measure for some very big events. The civil defense military units. The ESCRIM is a surgical unit when the hospital infrastructure of the country is sufficient. The Namibian Defense Force operates a mobile field hospital through its Defense Health Services Directorate. It was donated by the German government to Namibia in March 2013. Initially it was a UN Level 2 hospital but has now been upgraded to Level 1. The field hospital is containerized in tents. It has capacity to treat 40 outpatients per day and can admission capacity of 20 patients. It has 2 intensive care units, laboratories, an X-ray unit and a mobile oxygen concentrator. The dental department can treat 20 and 4 operations can be carried out daily. It has its own mobile logistics support wing consisting of kitchens, water purifiers, water tanks, toilet and shower containers, generators in sewage and refuse disposal facilities. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the hospital was deployed to Hosiarkutko International Airport to aid the country's response. In the United States Army Medical Department, the term field hospital is used as a generic term for a deployable medical facility. However, from 1906 to the present, with small interruptions, the department has had specific organized units called field hospitals. These numbered units, for example the 10th Field Hospital, have specific tables of organization and equipment, capabilities, and doctrine for their employment, all of which have varied over time. Readers should take care not to confuse the generic American Field Hospital with a specific numbered 20th Field Hospital, as the two cannot be used interchangeably. An evacuation hospital, a mobile army surgical hospital, a combat support hospital, a field hospital and a numbered general hospital are all field hospitals. But a MASH, CSH, a general hospital or a field hospital are not interchangeable. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the Swiss armed forces were mobilized to support civil hospitals in Switzerland. Similar measures were taken in other countries. Media related to field hospitals at Wikimedia Commons.